What's going on? Like, because here's my question for everyone else who said they're single. What does being single actually mean? Because someone can say they're single and be sleeping with like 3 dudes, you know? Mm-hmm. So, like, when's the last time you hooked up? When's the last time you've been on a date? Like,
got after it.
You're single, right? But
yeah, I'm actually a virgin. Do you have the Myron soundboard where you say that's cap? Or
I have a different one.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're doing OnlyFans.
Yep.
A virgin.
So you're not doing like porn on OnlyFans.
I'm not having sex as a virgin, correct? Yeah.
What is happening right now?
He's playing.
I think that's amazing.
It's the sad part.
Because you probably have a lot of guys that would be trying to get after you, especially because you're on OnlyFans.
Is that because of religious
that sounds like you've
reasons?
set a boundary.
If I was religious, I don't think I'd be participating in OnlyFans. So no, it's not for religious reasons.
You wouldn't be the first one to say that. That's what I'm just gonna say. It's like a lot of girls will be like, I forget where we saw this recently, but it's like you go around the table and you got all these girls who say, you know, I believe in God, blah 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 blah, and yet they're on OnlyFans or they're doing.
Sure.
You know,
I try to remain relatively consistent. I'm just incredibly picky when it comes to.
So it's not a religious thing. You're just like, I'm just.
No, it's just a visceral sense of pickiness.
And how old are you?
24.
Can you describe an incident where it got close and it didn't happen, and why did it not happen? Like for you, you're 24 and you've never had sex. So like, what happened where it got close and you decided to not do it? Because you're saying you're not a virgin for moral reasons. You're a virgin because you're picky. So I'm just curious, did anybody even get close, or does this whole idea of sex just not seem appealing to you?
And before I have you answer that, Justin, just really quick, you think she's telling the truth? Think it's the truth?
Not a betting man. I'm pulling for her. I hope she's telling the truth.
Okay.
So,
do you want to answer Michael's?
Sure. It could still be for moral reasons, just not for like conventional religious reasons. Like I personally just don't believe in biting the bullet and just participating in hookup culture. And even though it might seem inconsistent that I'm on OnlyFans, well, holding out for me, it's very consistent because I just hold to my own moral compass in the sense of doing what I want to do. And if I meet someone I'm in love with, then.
But do you ever make out with a guy that was hot and heavy and then something stopped you? Does no guy even get that far?
I would say guys have definitely pursued. I think just because I haven't done it, it's very easy for things in rest to stay in rest because there's no muscle memory for it. It's probably harder for you. Is that Isaac
Newton?
Yes, it is. It's a 3 laws of motion.
First use Isaac Newton for a vagina. I respect. It's respect. No,
he said that about abstinence.
It's in the book Principia, written in 1689.
Yeah, so I'd imagine it'd probably be harder for you because you have that muscle memory or that like remembrance of what it was like.
That's what I'm asking. Have you even gotten that far? Have you made out with a dude and considered having sex with him and then you stopped yourself during the night, or have you not even gotten that far? We haven't even got to first base with the dude.
Also, is this a born again thing, or are you proper virgin?
I'm a proper virgin.
Proper virgin.
Yes.
Brian's intrigued.
Do you understand what I'm asking? Like, you haven't even gotten to first base. Like, the dude hasn't even like made out with you where you thought about having sex with him.
I've had the desire, but the desire isn't congruent with my like mental desire, if that makes sense. Like I've had like the bodily desire for it, but I have a completely independent thought process of that.
I totally get that because I'm a virgin as well, so.
Stop the cap.
Dude, okay, bro. Okay, there was this one time with my uncle, but I did not. Oh shit, I can't say shit. Like I was kidding. It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a really fucked up joke, and I'm sorry. There was no time with my uncle. He's in prison, not because of me, but it was a joke.
Let's move on.
What? Okay. Wait. So, question: are you waiting until marriage, or it just the right guy hasn't come along?
I'm just kind of a hopeless romantic. Like, I just want to be in love, and I'm not sure if I have yet. And for me, if I even kiss a guy at a club who I'm not into, like, I'll go home feeling disgusted.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's my question. You haven't answered. Have you kissed a guy at a club? Have you kissed a guy on a date? Like, do you understand? I'm not trying to pry too much, but like, virgin, we'll just call that getting all the way to home. Have you even gotten to first base with the dude? Because that would actually be a completely different story that you're telling. Do you understand what I'm saying?
First base as in kissed a guy?
Yeah.
Yes, I've kissed guys. Not frequently in that setting, like that one-time setting, because the few times I have from that sample size, like I just personally don't feel good afterwards, like kissing someone.
From kissing someone?
Even on a first date, like I have to go on at least 3 dates to kiss someone, to be honest, to feel okay about it.
And then has anything ever gotten further than just kissing someone?
It'd be uncouth to give you a detailed sexual
that's fine.
biography.
You have the right to do that. Well, my point is, like, for some people, there's like a mental fixation where like they're just asexual. That's what you're starting to sound like. You're just not interested in sex at all.
No, that's not true at all. Like
Okay.
I said, I have a very strong bodily desire, and in the moment, like I could totally see myself enjoying it. It's more so I know afterwards I won't feel good after,
Okay.
because if I don't feel good after kissing someone, it felt good in the moment, then I think sex would be, you know what I mean, a way bigger bullet.
Can we just have you pull your hair put the hair behind your back? Your hair?
Are you trying to see my cleavage?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not me, like the chat's been asking for.
No, it's good for business.
It's
yeah.
just like, I'm just like, I'm looking out for you. Like I pulled up your OnlyFans here just like to check like if there's anything that could like discredit your claim that you're a virgin.
Oh,
It's
you
like,
you
it's
bought all my content for research.
Well, I didn't buy it. I'm just like on your blank page because
Yeah,
I don't pay for OnlyFans.
Right.
But you only have 8 posts. Like hello. But
I mean, a lot of it's in the messaging, you know.
Hey, do you write your own messages or do you have someone write your messages for you?
I script the messages. Most people go on my OnlyFans to like debate me, so I respond to a lot of people.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
She's found a business model by being the virgin OnlyFans content creator.
virgin OnlyFans girl.
I don't
is
really
amazing.
brand as virgin
That's
because
really
I feel like it
niche
conflicts
marketing.
with the OnlyFans image. The virgin thing is a relative. I planned on not coming out with it for a
I
while.
think you should use that actually. I think
Yeah,
that
I
would
was
be
saying the
very
same
helpful.
thing. Like you could piss dudes off and get them like to pay to debate you and call you names. I think that's a great way to make money.
Sure.
That's what we're doing now. That's what me,
Yeah.
Do you
me
think
Brian
that,
Rolla do.
Do you think that being on OnlyFans is like limiting you from finding the guy for whom you will eventually want to actually have sex with?
No, I mean, it's all subjective. You could say that, you know, me not wearing a hijab, you know, I'm cutting off a section of men, me being brown. There's men who probably won't like me for my race. I'll just find a man who has congruent values with me. I'm not going to tailor my lifestyle to like a subsection of red-pilled men.
So if you have an OnlyFans and you're a virgin,
Yes.
and you just explained to us that you're waiting for like some very high quality guy.
I
to
didn't
sort
say
of
high
just-
quality.
Oh,
I
really?
said
Okay. So what
you're-
would be your ideal guy then?
high level of chemistry. When you say high value, you're probably relating to income, height, things like
Not
that.
high value, but I mean like it's high enough to sort of be your ideal guy that would be the guy that you would want to have sex with.
I don't know if we have the same metrics of ideal. What do you mean by ideal?
No, I'm just asking you, what would
Ideal
be
is
your
what you think
ideal
ideal
that
is.
you would want to have in a guy so that
That's
you will
high
have
value to
sex
you.
with them?
For me, romantic chemistry is incredibly volatile. It's not based on any barometers of like, oh, he's in school, he has this career or anything.
So it
for
could just
me.
be random dude off the street.
100%. I am not hypergamous at all.
I think you're probably way more hypergamous than you think you
Yeah,
are.
I completely
In fact,
disagree.
you are so hypergamous, you won't have sex with a guy until the guy is the guy that you're looking for.
Of course, and then if I had had sex with guys and then they were, you know what I mean, made less than me, and then you'd say, oh, because we broke up, it proves that none of those interactions counted, right?
Can I
So
have
I
you
can't
that
really
at all?
win.
tilt the
Actually.
microphone a little? Tilt it. Other way. There you go.
I think the fact that you are a virgin right now just proves a point that you're like to a very high degree.
The fact that I'm abstinent means that I'm waiting for someone richer than me.
No. So
Didn't say
you're
rich.
confused with
Didn't say
hypergamous.
rich.
Hypergamous
Didn't say
with this
rich.
idea that women are bad. Hypergamy doesn't mean women are bad.
When did I say bad? When did I even imply that?
Yeah, you are the one who's saying that you're putting words in his mouth.
I'm just
or you're
asking you,
saying,
what would be your ideal
Yeah.
enough to get
But
with
where
a
did
guy?
this notion of women being bad come in?
no,
No one is saying that.
Yeah, but you're saying to him, you're putting words in his mouth about what he's going to say next after you have sex, and that he's going to judge you, and that's not what we're saying. Hypergamy is just an algorithm. It's an evolutionary adaptation that women have. It's not a negative or positive thing. Like you said, it's not negative.
I'm
That's
not
fine.
sure if it's an evolutionary adaptation. I think the reason women have historically been hypergamous is because they were barred from higher education. So obviously the average man was going to earn more than them. But by 2050, we're going to see a total reversal of hypergamy.
Hypergamy and
we're going to see
hypergamy during the
hypogamy.
Pleistocene epoch was because of barred from education.
In general, you can't really deduce anything from hypergamy historically because men on average have just made more than women, but now women are out earning men.
Hypergamy existed before there was
out-graduating.
money.
Hypergamy has nothing to do with money.
I'm just telling you, studies have shown that
No,
by 2050 we'll see a complete reversal of
Let me explain what you're
hypergamy.
doing here is you are conflating hypergamy with the values and the monetary set and status of today. Whereas when we talk about, when I've talked about hypergamy in the past, it's not a social construct. It's not something that's been created. It's something that is innate.
I'm using the current definition of hypergamy, which is that women date someone with a superior sociological or monetary background.
Sociological.
Socioeconomic background.
Yeah, socioeconomic. Yeah.
Okay. No, because when we talk about hypergamy, it's not just about money. It's not just about status. It's also about, like, is this guy arousing enough for me to want to get with? Is he a hot guy? Is he the dude that I want to get with because he does it for me? That's what I was asking you. I'm not asking you like how much money does he have to make. I'm just saying what's your ideal that guy would get in there? Who would be the guy that would make you, the OnlyFans virgin, want to have sex with this guy?
Wait, I'm confused. Can you clarify your definition of hypergamy? You're saying now that
hypergamy is very simple. It's alpha fucks and beta bucks. Okay, so it's is this guy arousing? Is he sexual? Is he a good genetic match for me? Is he somebody who turns me on? Does he have a strong jawline? Is he 6 foot tall? Is he got a V taper? Does he have a 6-pack abs? Does he turn me on? There's the arousal side of that, and then there's the beta buck side, which is the provisioning, protection, and parental investment side of it. So what you're focusing on right now is just that one single side. What I'm saying is, what combination of all that would be the guy for whom you would want to have sex with?
Right, and I don't think I can give you, like, on paper, a list of traits. Like, I personally don't value height. I don't value physique. For me, like I said, romantic chemistry is incredibly volatile.
So the last guy you were with was, what, shorter than you? Taller than you?
I'm not going to get into details of it, but I've been attracted to guys who are my height or shorter. I genuinely don't care. For me, I'm hypergamous maybe in the sense that I want someone with equal intelligence.
But again, that's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
I haven't implied it's bad. I'm just rejecting the premise that I subscribe to hypergamy.
It's not a subscription.
So let's just say you don't subscribe to it, but the supposition that you made previously that it was somehow cultural and it wasn't genetic. So we've put that to bed over 40 years ago. Okay, the study of evolutionary psychology, Dr. David Buss's first study in 1989, where he looked at 37 different cultures. In all 37 cultures, women wanted men taller than them. In all 37 cultures, men were more interested in casual sex than women. In all 37 cultures, women were more interested in men who were better at provisioning. This is not and these cultures had no attachment to radios, television, or film. They had no attachment to others. So Papua New Guinea, and the Andes, they had absolutely no contact with each other. In all of these ones, men on average had 90% higher upper body muscle and 50% more lower body muscle. And when we look at all these things, these are genetic. These things are not a function of culture. So that's a mistake to think that hypergamy is something that's created because men created some sort of patriarchy that created a hypergamous situation. That is not the case.
Well, I think we were just using conflicting definitions of hypergamy.
Okay.
I was referring to socioeconomic background, which is the
definition. In your discussion with him,
that's easy to do.
In your discussion with him, but in my discussion, because my podcast is on evolutionary psychology, there is no evidence whatsoever that the concept of hypergamy comes from culture. Just like my heterosexuality does not come from culture, and what people are attracted to does not come from culture, we've proven unequivocally, unassailably, it is genetic. Now, there's variations within a culture, what some people find attractive as others, but in all 37 cultures, they found symmetrical faces and signs of youth to be attractive. Height. An average, on general, men who are taller, not necessarily 6 feet tall, some places don't use the imperial system, but not always, but generally men who are taller than women. And in all of these different cases, the men who are more competent, an allegory or an analogy for competency in 2023 is money, whereas there was no money during the Pleistocene epoch. Right. Competency is now referred to as money. The ability to garner resources, that's what's most important. But there's no, your point before, let me just stop right there. There's no science behind the idea that it's cultural. There is none whatsoever, because there would be some culture where it wasn't the case, and no such culture has ever existed or currently exists.
Right, and you're using a very multi-dimensional application of hypergamy. Of course, people are attracted to competence. I was referring again to socioeconomic background. Competence can map onto a lot of different facets. It can mean earning more. It can mean competence in helping you as a woman take care of you, but that Correct. Doesn't translate. Like, I kind of want you to give a more clear definition of what you mean by hypergamy in the multi-dimensional sense.
Can I combat
Go
that?
ahead.
Because, so you're saying that you think that socioeconomic is cultural. Like, that's standard for us, not just looks, not taller or anything like that.
Repeat the question.
Okay, so say you're a woman who makes a lot of money. Mm-hmm. You would date a man who makes less than you, because we've bled that out of our culture, right? Women have the access to higher education, things like that, and we can make more money, correct?
Yeah, we're seeing like a reversal of hypergamy, at least in the socioeconomic sense, yeah.
So, and that's your standard for yourself. Like, you think like you would not date a man who makes more than you, whatever.
Oh, it's not that I wouldn't. I'm saying that's not like the cardinal reason I'm attracted to someone is not based on wealth.
So you don't think it should be?
I don't know about should be. I don't know about adding morality to it. I think you should do whatever you know what I mean? You should pursue what you're attracted to.
What is the cardinal reason for you to be attracted to somebody?
that volatile sense of chemistry,
What
and
the-
that's
well,
usually
what does that mean?
Usually, it's based on a shared sense of intelligence or humor. And if I find that in any person, for me to meet someone,
So
who
the
I
guy
think,
could
yeah.
be 400 pounds, and you would still find him sexually attractive because he's as funny as Danny DeVito or Jim Carrey.
Well, funny and smart. Isn't that what you're saying?
Yeah, for me, it's about wits and humor.
I see. So all the fat guys in the audience right now are like man, I just got to brush up on my stand-up routine.
I have found overweight men who I'm very attracted to because I find them funny. And some people might say that they develop that humor to kind of make up for their looks.
You realize they're looking at your Instagram right now.
What?
You realize the chat's probably digging up your Instagram right now. Right?
Good for them.
Mm.
But yeah.
Dude, okay, that was a bunch of word salad. Can we talk about something else?
You had to
please?
get closer to the microphone.
Okay,
Even I
okay.
can see that you're
that
too far
was
away.
a bunch of word salad. I think you're really intelligent, by the way. But can we talk about something else, bro? We've been on this for like 20 minutes straight.
I think we heard every third word you said.
Can we
Yeah.
talk about something
Yeah,
else?
it's-
Because we've been on this for 20 minutes straight. Did you hear that one, Michael?
Okay, here we're gonna do. We're gonna shout out everyone on Twitch. Eric